Hello everyone. In this video I'm gonna continue from where I left. As I told you, this is a document page. This is from where the actual document will be submitted into the application by adding some of its metadata. But one of the checks which I have made to keep the database consistent is that the blank form will never get submitted. So if I press the submit button here, it does not process and it gives a message: file cannot be uploaded as title has not been entered. So we'll enter a title, which is this document, and if someone needs any extra information on what data needs to be inserted, then he can go to this more info. As soon as the cursor moves on to this, on the left side of the page, you get the message of what kind of data is extracted into the field. This applies almost everywhere whenever it is the user can get a bit confused on what data is to be entered. So even if you give the title and press a blank form, it will still ask you to give the type of the policy. It gives the message: file cannot be uploaded as you didn't enter all the required fields. So these are some of the checks which I have put so that only the valid data goes into the database. So let's do it quickly now. I'll give it as an informative publishing date. Another check which I have put over here is the revision date. As we have given the published date as 1996, so the revision date cannot be less than 1976. It should be more than that. So this is how I've placed a function which compares both the dates, and if the revision date is okay, then only the form can be processed. Number of pages 300. Oops, I made a mistake. Okay, I pressed it. Version number, I've not placed version number as a required field because some of the documents don't have a version number. But one of the good checks I've put here is the file extension function. What this application does, it checks for the extension of the file. Like if someone wants to upload an image file like a JPEG, then the system will accept it, and this is done by an export function which I've placed here. This is the export function which checks for the file extension, and as it says, if the file extension is text, PDF, document, docx, then only we can move the uploaded file, otherwise it just gives an error message. For example, if I submit this button here, it won't process it. It will give a message: not a valid file format. This application only supports text, document, docx and PDF formats. So this is how I try to keep the database as consistent as possible. And if I upload a valid file into it. I have to go through the form again, I'm sorry. And if we submit a PDF file, the document will be taken by the application. But what it does, it gives you a message: the policy has been submitted, please go to add info page for adding more information. What I've done is, the application processes the form, takes the file, but again it displays the same page. This is because if someone is in a hurry and want to just upload 10 documents into the application and then come back later to add more information to it, then it can be easily done here. After this, we can go to the add info page. This is from where everything works. This is the central page where you get the list of the documents into the database. It gives a long list of all the data of the files, and this is the recently submitted file, which is the text document. It has got 300 pages. This is the date on which it is uploaded and the name of the file. As we submit the file is stored into the database, but is also stored on the server. This is the server folder, and as you can see, the file is loaded on the server and it is also present into the database. So from this page, one can start editing and entering the data of the document into the application. For that, first we need to select the policy. Like this. Selecting the policy, it starts a session and it gives a message: the text document has been selected as your current policy. What this also does is, it gives you the option of printing all the database files like this. As you press the print button, it pops out the print window. Unfortunately, I don't have it installed on my laptop, but if it doesn't, then the print of all the data present into a database, which is this list, can be printed. So this is one of the handy functions of the application. We can again go back and submit another policy, and we can search a document on Google. For example, if someone wants to search about this policy, then all he needs to do is paste the name into this box, and this PDF file will be searched on the Google engine, but it searches by opening a new tab, so that your work on the application is not altered. After selecting a policy, you can go to the status page. As you can see, we have not edited any of the data from the database, so it